have is kind of conversations go along the lines of introducing ourselves. Hello, I'm Steve. I'm here with the local Labour Party. We're out because there's elections here in May for the City Council. Did you know about that? Is there anything you want to tell us?
Stephen Saxby, candidate of Labour Party in the cities of London and Westminster. Now we are in Pimlico. You are canvassing, you are trying to understand what are the basic needs of people, what people want from a MP. And now there are many social emergencies, especially about the rough sleepers. Also in central London the situation is ever worse. What to do about it?
Well, yes, Paolo, this is the cities of London and Westminster constituency. It's the heart of London, so it includes South Westminster and the City of London also. And what we're doing at the moment today, canvassing, is we're going out because there are council elections in May for the Westminster City Council. That has always been Conservative, but there are very good indications that we could take it for the Labour Party at these May elections, and of course that would have an ongoing impact for me in terms of trying to win the parliamentary seat and for this seat to be part of a Labour majority in the House of Commons so that we can form a government. Because we really need to see change in our country. You've mentioned rough sleeping, that's one of the issues, and there are so many different issues with housing. We have a housing crisis created by the Tories, and when we've been talking to people on the doorstep, one of the things that's has certainly come up a lot is people's dissatisfaction with City West Homes and other housing organisations that are contracted by the council to provide a service, but the council, the Conservative council, doesn't call them to account, and people feel that their repairs are not happening, they're getting a very shoddy service, and this is in one of the wealthiest places in the world. So that's really important, listening to people's concerns, and then asking them if they are likely to vote for the Labour Party, and then put the information down, making sure we've got their right names, making sure they're registered. We've got some little cards we can give to people and forms for voter registration. Well, I'm really glad that Westminster City Council Labour group have got a range of measures that would tackle the housing crisis in Westminster, not least through actually building council homes, as has happened in some other Labour areas. Also tackling rough sleeping in a compassionate way, working together with other services. There's been huge cuts to the rough sleeping budget here in Westminster, and obviously the whole community feels the impact of that, as well as the rough sleepers themselves.
Many rough sleepers come to central London, not because they are living or they were living before in this area, but because they think that here is possible to find something, to find change. That means to have some small money to survive.
I mean, it's understandable why people come to central London, because that's where many of the homelessness services are and who are able to help people. But I think what we know is that we experienced a huge homelessness in the 70s, and it was when a Labour government got in that we saw a big change there. But now we've seen all this homelessness come back onto the street, and what we know is that most of the people who are going onto the street these days are going on there because they've been evicted from their properties, because of forced evictions, because of rising rents, because of insecure tenancies. And as much as a Labour council would be able to try to support those people, what we really need is the structural change that will come from a Labour government. We need to see rent controls. We need to see a massive investment in council homes, in social homes. We need to see security of tenancies. Those things can happen if we can get a Labour government into power, and winning Westminster City Council for the Labour Party could help to bring that about in the longer term.